Welcome, folks, to The Twist. I'm Erika Grey.
And welcome from Paris, France. This is Don Pravda speaking.
And right now we're at a cafe directly across the street from the hotel that we just attended an incredible event for 3 days. The ELNET event that we told you we were coming to Paris to attend. And boy, do we have a lot to tell you. Don, do you want to start?
Well, it's about not only diplomacy, relationships between Europe and Israel, trade and economics, but an issue that's been very powerful on this show, anti-Semitism.
And the two-state solution was discussed. We attended a great symposium today with a colonel from INSS, an woman who specialized in international law, and Wolfgang, who we're going to be having on the show, who's part of The Hague, and a group called Think, which we're going to be having him on the show. We actually just had his partner on the show talking about the illegality of a two-state solution, but also how and why it will not work. And he's the individual who is Dutch, and Wolfgang is German.
And let's not forget, featuring an international lawyer, one of the top lawyers in all of the UK, and that is Nastasia Hausdorff. She's devoted her life to issues concerning Israel in the UK and anti-Semitism.
And we also got, oh my goodness, how many diplomats did we meet, Don? Siegel, David Siegel,
the chairman of this event, and
former diplomat from Israel.
Of course.
We have a selfie with an Israeli general and an imam from Iran.
And we have Mr. Shukar, who has a very dramatic story to tell what it was like being in the Arab world in 1951 and escaping and going to Israel, and at a very advanced age, he is returning to the military to defend his nation in Israel.
And he'll be telling his story on this channel.
That's right.
And we have guests with great books that will be coming on, so you're going to want to stay tuned. But this was just an incredible event with lots of people who are in the know. There's the woman from the UK who we will be having on, who was a mover and shaker against anti-Semitism in the UK and especially taking down the Jeremy Corbyn because of the politics that revolved around anti-Semitism.
With the Pinkert family, very involved in politics, fighting for Israel, fighting for Jewish rights in England, very active, and obviously anti-leftist.
And we met the grandson, the step-grandson of Simone Weil.
Incredible. We met, his name is Alexander Levy, and his father, an esteemed doctor, Yves Levy.
His father is the Fauci of France.
Yes, and mother, a minister of health in France, Mrs. Levy, and I would say in American English, not too shabby.
No,
a great scientist and discoverer of medicine and vaccine. And we're very proud to have met all these people in this, only from the 8th through the 10th. And we're reminded this is the day in the 10th where Winston Churchill became Prime Minister of England. And may I add, May 10th was my bar mitzvah many years ago in New York. How about that, Winston?
Wow, that's pretty good, Don.
Okay.
And it was just incredible. The food, the discussion, the French food, that was nice. the French food. We did the gala, and Don got to wear his tux, and I got to wear my dress.
The English did remind us that French food better than our food, which was very bland.
And the discussions were all
very
centered around Israel, but really in the know discussions about policy and issues. And several of us have our smartphones already tuned into news, keeping up with the headlines. Who's repeating the headlines? Remember when Daisy Gloria, who repeated, "Did you hear this?" And already we had heard it because we've got the apps on our phones already giving us the latest updates and the latest news.
Every day in Israel is a drama. It's not a comedy, it's a drama. It's a happening.
Yes.
And people are tuned in Paris, France, to these occurrences in Israel. It's not like you can ever forget Israel. It's said in a bit Ode Poem, it's once again this unfolding incidents, drama, and we hope and pray, as we did in this event, we hope and we pray, and we will act on Israel's defense.
Yes, and we met the delegate from the European Commission to Israel who's fighting against anti-Semitism, and she was fantastic. So we're going to have her on the show. So we promise you.
We even met a rabbi who was
the Brussels rabbi.
The Brussels rabbi for 22 years. That man deserves a medal. 22 years in the EU. That's a strong fellow. Koach v'Baruch, Rabbi. God bless you, Miss Erika. You're a strong lady, by the way.
So this was a tremendous event, and we will be having a lot more and
more to tell you in the future, and we're going to follow up on all these interviews, and it's going to be a continuing saga with the people we've met and the cards that we have jointly collected. And we've made a lot of new friends and relationships, which I believe we will cherish for the rest of our lives.
Now, I wanted to film so you guys can see as things were happening, but it was so loud and so noisy that there was just no way that the mic was going to work. And even when we did the interview earlier today, there was so much noise because they were packing things up.
Okay.
So that was an issue of why we didn't give you more interviews or more.
Noise is good, but noise can be also part of the excitement.
Bad. But it was pretty bad. It was so loud that this mic would have really had a hard time picking it up. So we thought we would talk about it afterward. So anyway, we're in a French cafe. We're going to sign off. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, stay tuned for more, and check out our Amazon store. Don, any final words?
I'll say revoir, and I'll say my traditional shalom, shalom, shalom from Paris.